Good evening, class. Myself, Umesh Rathod, lecturer in Mechanical Engineering Department from Vallabhpuri Polytechnic, Navsari. Today in our class, we are learn about productivity of the subject Industrial Engineering, subject code 3351904 from Mechanical Engineering Department. That we have start with production. So what is production? Production is defined as an activity transforming the raw material into desired quality and required quantity of useful products. So first question in everyone's mind is, what is manufacturing and production? Both the definition says it converts raw material into finished product. But conversion of raw material into finished product done with required quantity, it is said to be a production. While conversion of raw material into a finished product, it's said to be a manufacturing. Let we have see it with some graphical presentation. Here we have an example of cotton. By spinning process, we can make different string from that. And with the help of that string, we can make a cloth by weaving process. And the next operation of by dyeing, we can color the clothes. And by the next operation of printing, we can make different printing on that clothes. And at last, with that printed clothes, we have to make different types of clothes, as we have seen in example. Our next topic is production system. We all know about system. System is a combination of different department things which are gathered together to form a system. But in industrial engineering, what is production system? The method which produce the desired quality and required quantity of useful product by using the inputs such as man, machine, material is called production system. Okay, let me see it by some presentation. So what are the resources we required? First of all, we require land and building, manpower, machineries and material. And by combining all of them, the next process is production process. And after the production process, we achieve goods and services. Here we see land and buildings, man, machine, materials are all at the inputs. While production process is our transformation process and goods and services are our output. Okay, next topic is our productivity. So what is productivity? Productivity is defined as the ratio of output to input. So with how much input we can get output or in which quantity, the ratio of both this quantity is defined as productivity. That we see with the help of some equation. Productivity is equal to output divided by input, or productivity is defined as the ratio of value of product or services produced to the value of input used in producing products or services. Note, increase in production cannot be called increase in productivity. When output increase along with increase in input, there is no increase in productivity. Productivity defines its efficiency. If we have got more output with less input, it's said to be efficient. But if we get more output with the help of more input. It is not to be said efficient. Here, the definition says that with increase in input, if we get increase in output, it is not said to be a productivity. It's only a said to be a production. So, with decrease in input, we get same output or more output. That's called productivity. Therefore, it is mistake to say that production increase is the increase in productivity. Our next topic is types of productivity. First type of productivity is productivity of land and building. It can be said as increase when more production achieved without any increase in their area. So what did it say? Without increase in their field or area. If we got more production, then it is said to be a productivity of land and building. That we have see the example of a farm. Here we have one farm in which the different seeds are viewing. Let we have to one other farm. It has more crops than first one. So what is the reason behind it? If we use good fertilizer, good pesticides, and good weeding. Yes, in both cases we have the same area, but which farm has the most production? Yes, the right side have, because it use more fertilizer, pesticides, and weeding. So with same area, the productivity of second farm is higher. Let me see another example of layout. If we have arranged things in a layout unrandomly, so it occupied more space. And with same layout, if we arrange it properly, we can use more its area. So with proper arrangement, we can increase the productivity of land and building. The next one is productivity of man. It can be said as increase when more production achieved without any increase in human resource. So without taking more manpower, we can achieve more production. It is said to be a productivity of man. So how it can be achieved? Here is the common person, and the next one is the person which have proper training, good working condition, motivation and prospects. With all of them, we can increase productivity of man. With proper training, it work more efficiently, apply with good working condition. He applied its best, and with motivation, we can increase productivity of man. Third one is productivity of machine. It can be said as increase when more production achieved without increasing number of machine or increasing their working area. So without increasing the working area hours of machine or increasing the machine, if the production is achieved, then it is said to be a productivity of machine. Let me achieve a common machine and machine with better maintenance, suitable speed, proper tools and proper method. It gives us more production than the common machine. So productivity of machine can be increased with all that factors. And the last one is productivity of materials. It can be said as increase when more number of products can be produced without increase the material consumption. So without any increase in input, if we get more output from the same material, it is said to be a productivity of material. That we have seen the example, a material. So how can we get the productivity of material? by proper specification, by quality material, by skilled worker, by material handling and reduce wastages. With all these favorable factors, we can reduce material wastages, material handlings, and achieve productivity of material. Our next topic is method of increasing productivity. So how can we increase productivity? The first one is through keeping the input same and to achieve more output. Let me see the example of milk pouch. It will have the input same quantity of input like 500 ml, 1 liter, 250 ml, but the prices are always different and always increases. So with same input, if we achieve more output, then the matrix case through keeping the same input, we achieve more output. The next one is through keeping the output same and to reduce the input. In this example, we have set a pouch of biscuit. We see that many biscuit pouches have the same price, but the quantity it less than the previous one. So what they are done, they are keeping the output same but reduce the input. So with this method, productivity will also increase. And the last one is through small increase in input and to achieve more increase in output. Here we give the example of farming. With little effort of farming, pesticides and feeding, we can achieve more output than the previous one. So here we can say that with little increase in input, we can achieve more output. So our next topic is how can productivity can be improved. The first one is long-term measures. So what can we do in long-term measures? It can be implemented by developing new methods and technologies. Yes, it says it's a long-term measures. For introducing new machineries and technologies, it takes several years or months. So it can be said as a long-term measures. Medium-term measures. It can be implemented by change in design and more productive machine. Okay, we can make a change in design with few hours or with few months. So it will not take long time. So it will be set to a medium term measures. And the last one is short term measures. It reduces the production methods, method study and time study, proper planning and control plus efficient management. In this definition, we have to measure different time and management for increases our productivity. So which type of activity and process take more times, where we require proper management, it can be done with a short time of period. So it's said to be a short term measures. Now, what are the factors influencing productivity? The first one is technological factors. So how it affect? Productivity increases by proper selection of product design, specification, production process, planning, scheduling, machinery and tools, material quality, efficiency of plant, machinery, plant layout, material handling and maintenance. So all these factors are required for better productivities. So all these topics are related to technologies. So it's said to be a technological factors. The next one is management factor. Good administration, leadership management result into effective use of input increases. If we get good administrator, better leadership, we also maintain a better productivity. Third one is financial factor. Plant production targets can be achieved by timely investing money in man, machine, and material. We also know without investment, there is no man and machine material input. So financial is one of the most important factors for productivity. The fourth one is natural factors. How it affect cold, hot, dry, and moist atmosphere affect the production. We all know we can't work and learn under certain circumstances. So, plant production target result if environment and geographical conditions are demanded by the product and manufacturing process. If we give them better working area, better foods, and better ventilation, productivity is said to be increased. Government policies, octroi duty, import-export duty, custom duty, excise duty, are levied on material as per government policies. We all know there is a tax on every material like GST, what we have import, export. So that all depend on government policy. Rules pertaining to the Factory Act and pollution control, sales tax, income tax, rules for import and export are changed with change in government policy. So government policies are also affect the productivity. Human factors. Good relations between worker and management, working environment of industry, working condition, pay, incentive, staff, training affect the efficiency of manpower. If we give worker more motivation, more salary, more prospect, better training, it will give us more productivity. So human factors also be one of the most important factor for productivity. And the last one is productivity movement. Engineer, supervisor, and worker may be given proper training to increase their skills for increasing productivity. So productivity movement related with working of engineer, supervisors, workers together to achieve our goal and activity. If there is a better relation, better training, and better working condition to them, they result into a better productivity movement. Okay. Our last topic is relation between productivity and prosperity. High productivity and prosperity. With the high productivity, we can increase the wages of workers. We can better train them, give them better prospect and better living standard. So they become prosperity, and as a result of it, there is an increase in purchasing power with the ideas of them, more industries, more employees, better utilization of resources, increased national wealth, and better living standard that return into a higher productivity. Thank you, class. Thanks for listening me carefully.